Hello guys, today we are going through methodology of operation research, methods of solving operation research models. Solving a model entails finding the values of controlled variables that optimize the measure of performance or estimating them approximately. Operating research models are generally solved by the following three methods. Number one is analytical or deductive method. Deductive manipulation of mathematical equations with symbols in brackets without actual values. Examples include graphical method, elementary differential calculus, etc. The second one is numerical or iterative methods. Initial trial solution and a set of rules for improving it. Continuous improvement of the solution until the optimal solution is obtained. Into bracket, no further improvement is possible. The third method is the Monte Carlo method. The knowledge of the important characteristic and rules of operation of a system can help to visualize the typical behavior of the system. This is done by taking random samples from the mathematical model that represent the real-life systems. The random samples result in a probability distribution that initiate the real-life situation, system. The random samples result in a probability distribution that imitates the real-life system, and from which the value of the specified stochastic variable is to be estimated. Procedures for the Monte Carlo method. Roman 1, draw a flow diagram of the system under study. Roman 2, obtain probability distribution for each of the variables of interest. Find out cumulative probability distribution corresponding to each of the variable created for study in step 2. Assign an appropriate set of random numbers to represent each value of range of values of the variable of interest chosen in step 2. Fit a suitable standard mathematical function to the values obtained in step 4. That is, application of operation research. Determination of optimal product. Mix optimum allocation of resources to competing product or activities. Transportation schedules. Rent allocation. Assignment of personnel and machine. Media selection. Investment portfolio selection. Blending of materials. Energy, ecology, into bracket pollution, etc. by linear programming. Inventory control aids in minimizing the sum of acquisition cost, stockholding cost, shortage cost for various stock items. Number 3, PAT and SPM techniques are very useful in planning, analyzing, scheduling and controlling the progress and completion of large and one-term projects. Number 4, application of dynamic planning in areas such as planning, advertising, expenditures and distribution, sales effort and production schedule. Number 5, decision analysis has been applied to problems in controlling hurricanes, water pollution, machine, law, nuclear safety, space exploration, new product decisions, advertising expenditures, and research and development. Queuing theory has had application in solving problems concerned with traffic congestion, servicing machine subject to breakdown, determining the level of a service force, air traffic scheduling, design of dams, job shop scheduling, hospital operations, receipts and withdraw counters in a commercial bank. Number 7. Replacement theory is extensively applied in funding the interval for Roman 1. Equipment that deteriorates with time. Equipment, e.g. bulbs that perish suddenly. Number 3. Staff replacement. Number 8. The use of exponential smoothing for preparation of monthly forecast, for stock keeping items. 2. Determination of optimal product inventory and workforce levels in production planning. Number 9. Use of simulation in probabilistic marketing situations, such as to derive NPV stroke internal rate of return distribution for the venture of introduction of a new product. Techniques of operation research. Number 1, there is probability. In the probability section, there is for prediction of the future of the business. That is probability prediction of the future of the business. Probability concept help to analyze the uncertainties and bring out necessary data with reasonable accuracy for decision making. Type of probabilities. A, there is objective probability. B, subjective probability. Objective probability, for which there is a definite historical evidence and common experience, e.g. probability of head in tossing a coin is a half, assuming it is unbiased and stroke fair coin. Subjective probability is where historical evidence is not available and the businessman has to guess the likelihood of various possible outcomes in a situation, e.g. decision on the number of umbrellas and raincoats to be ordered by a salesman during the rainy season will depend on estimates or educated guesses. The second technique of operation research is decision theory. The decision theory has basic elements which are alternative causes of action, various states of nature, knowledge about the likelihood of occurrence of each state of nature, net value into bracket payoff to decision maker for each outcome, decision makers objectives. The basic premise of decision theory is that the behavior of the future is probabilistic and not deterministic. Various probability are assigned to the state of nature on the basis of available information or subjective judgment, and the likely outcomes of the alternative causes of action are evaluated accordingly before particular alternative is selected. Number 3 is linear programming. Involves section of an optimum combination of factors from a series of interrelated alternatives, each subject to limitation. Involves development of linear equation to obtain the best solution for the allocation of the problem. Linear programming consists of there is a simplex method. The second is transportation problem. There is also an assignment problem. So the simplex problem aims at maximizing or minimizing a given function subject to constraints in respect of each variable. The transportation problem deals with the problems of matching the origins into bracket stores, warehouses, factories, brackets, with the outlets, which is the process center, market, etc., at minimum cost of distribution and transportation. The assignment problem, there is assigning a given number of agents, each one to the same number of tasks, so as to result in maximum efficiency in minimum cost. Number 4, there is dynamic programming, which deals with problems related to multi-period analysis and decision. No standard mathematical formulation like in the case of linear programming. In this case, there is no standard mathematical formulation. A problem is broken down into a series of problems in such a way that answers to the first subproblem can be used in deriving the solution to the next subproblem, and so forth, finally giving solution to the whole problem. That is dynamic programming. Sequences, which is the fifth one, the techniques of solving operation the techniques of operation research. The sequence is the determination of a sequence in which given job should be performed to minimize total efforts, cost, time, mileage, etc. Solve problems where effectiveness measures in terms of cost, time, mileage, etc. depends upon the sequence of performing given jobs. There is also the game theory. The game theory is a mathematical theory applicable to competitive business problem. Draw with a situation where two or more individuals are making decisions involving conflicting interests. The final decision depends upon the decision of the parties concerned. The basic assumptions made are that every competing party will adopt the policy most unfavorable to us, and therefore we are required to select the best position among the worst position. In such situation, one's favorable item is unfavorable to another. Also, the game theory is a bit interesting. Then we go to the 7th one, inventory control and management. Inventory problems or stroke models are mainly concerned with inventory decision, which basically include how much to order at one time, when to order this quantity. That is inventory control. There is number 8, the queuing theory. Number 9, network analysis, which include the program evaluation and revenue technique and the critical path method, which are management tools for planning and control of complex jobs involving a large number of activities. The objective of program evaluation and review technique is PERT, and SPM, which is critical path method technique, is to establish the total duration required for the completion of the project while incurring the optimum cost. There is simulation. It is the last one is simulation. It is a manipulation of model constructed from the format statement of a mathematical representation in respect of logical relation between the elements in a structure or system expressed in measurable terms. It is a process of designing an experience which will duplicate or present as nearly as possible the real situation, and then watching what does happen. It is especially appropriate where it is difficult to build a model for the real life situation mathematically, or if at all it is difficult to solve the model analytically. There is number 11. I thought that was the last, but there are others. There is 11, which is replacement theory, which deals with determination of time when items of a plan should be replaced due to depreciation. The 12, the reliability theory, quantification of the frequency of failures and development of an indicator of quality and dependability by a product. There's the last one, which is market analysis, a method of analyzing the current movement of some variable in order to predict the future movement of the same variable. Thank you for today. Kindly subscribe, like and comment.